Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha Television. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor. Well, no power in the world can take Jammu and Kashmir away from India, says Rajnath Singh in Upper House of Parliament. That is the big focus today. Also, we take a look at all the updates from Rio Olympics. Well, archers Deepika Kumari and Bombila Devi provide cheer to India on day 5. All the updates to follow. Let us begin with the headlines. Rajya Sabha passes unanimous resolution expressing concern over the situation in Kashmir. Home Minister Rajnath Singh rules out any dialogue with Pakistan on the issue. Government to convene all-party meet on 12th of this month. NIA says that Kashmir unrest being orchestrated by Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Toiba releases confessional video of captured terrorist Bahadur Ali. Rajya Sabha Chairman Mohammad Hamid Ansari takes a strong objection to delay in the tabling of standing committee reports, directs government to take corrective action. Pro-government forces in Libya capture Sirte from Islamic State over a year after it fell into the terrorists' hands, say it is a major victory in push to jihadists from the city. And archery and boxing lift India's spirits at Rio Olympics. Archers duo Bombila Devi and Deepika Kumari advanced to the pre-quarters. Boxers Manoj Kumar stuns ex-Olympic bronze medalist to enter pre-quarter-finals. The big story today, well, Rajya Sabha on Wednesday passed a unanimous resolution expressing concern over the situation in Jammu and Kashmir and resolving to solve the issue through dialogue. Now, Home Minister Rajnath Singh also reiterated that Kashmir is an integral part of India and there cannot be any dialogue with Pakistan on it. The government has also decided to convene an all-party meeting on 12th of this month.
कश्मीर घाटी में लंबे समय से चली आ रही अशांत, हिंसा और कर्फ्यू की स्थिति के प्रति यह सभा अपनी गंभीर चिंता व्यक्त करती है। यह सभा बिगड़ती हुई स्थिति के कारण होने वाली मौतों तथा घायल लोगों के प्रति गहरी संवेदना और चिंता व्यक्त करती है। इस सभा का दृढ़ और सुविचारित मत है कि जहां एक ओर राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा से कोई समझौता नहीं किया जा सकता, वहीं दूसरी ओर यह भी अनिवार्य है कि सामान्य स्थिति और शांति बहाल करने के लिए तत्काल कदम उठाए जाएं, ताकि लोगों की वेदनाएं दूर की जा सकें।
After marathon discussion on the Kashmir issue, the Upper House passed a unanimous resolution expressing concern over the situation, resolving to solve the issue through dialogue.
May I take that this resolution is unanimously adopted? Yes. The resolution is adopted unanimously.
Earlier, responding to the discussion, which went on for almost 8 hours, the Home Minister blamed Pakistan for the tense situation in the valley and reiterated that Kashmir is an integral part of India.
सदन के जो भी विचार हमने सुने और उनकी फीलिंग्स को जो हमने समझा है, उनकी भावनाओं को जो हमने समझा है, मैं उस आधार पर और सभी के द्वारा जो ताकत मिली है, उस आधार पर मैं कह सकता हूं, डिप्टी चेयरमैन सर, दुनिया की कोई ताकत हमसे जम्मू कश्मीर को नहीं ले सकती। बातचीत का जहां तक सवाल है कि पाकिस्तान से बात होनी चाहिए, अरे बात होगी तो कश्मीर पर बात नहीं होगी डिप्टी चेयरमैन सर, पाक अधिकृत कश्मीर पर बात होगी, कश्मीर पर बात नहीं होगी।
Responding to the demand for a ban on the use of pellet guns, Rajnath Singh informed the House that a committee has been set up to look into the issue and forces have been asked to exercise restraint.
कि नॉन-लेथल वेपन्स के दूसरे ऑप्शंस क्या हो सकते हैं, इस पर भी विचार होना चाहिए और तुरंत मैंने आते ही एक्सपर्ट्स की एक कमेटी बना दी थी और मैंने कहा था कि 2 महीने के अंदर वो अपनी रिपोर्ट दे दें। फोर्सेस के जितने जवान घायल हुए हैं उनका नंबर है 4515 और सिविलियंस जो घायल हुए हैं उनका नंबर है 3356। यह जो निर्देश सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के जवानों को मिला कि जितना ही संयम बरत सकते हो उतना संयम बरतें, जल्दी पेलेट गन का भी प्रयोग न करें। यही परिणाम है कि सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस जो इंजर्ड हुए हैं वो 4,500 से अधिक है।
The government has also decided to convene an all-party meet on this issue on the last day of the monsoon session.
हम लोगों ने तय किया है कि जिस दिन 12 तारीख को सदन समाप्त होगा तो 12 बजे के आसपास ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग होगी जिसमें प्रधानमंत्री जी स्वयं मौजूद रहेंगे। देखते हैं वहाँ के सीएम से भी बात करेंगे कि यदि डेलीगेशन जाता है कभी तो किन किन लोगों से मिलेगा, किन के साथ उसकी बातचीत होगी, या ग्राउंड वर्क के बारे में उनके साथ हम बातचीत करेंगे।
The Home Minister also listed the steps taken by the state government to ensure that the people in the valley had access to basic facilities during the curfew and violence. With Vishal Daya, Bureau Inputs, Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, after 2 days of insistence by the opposition parties, the discussion on Kashmir took place on Wednesday. Now, leaders voiced concern over the valley being curfew-bound for over a month and also sought the Prime Minister's indulgence. Now, opposition parties also slammed Pakistan for fomenting trouble in Kashmir and raised demands to check Pak-sponsored unrest in the valley.
Leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Ghulam Nabi Azad, initiated the discussion on the Kashmir turmoil in the upper house. Azad urged the Prime Minister to make a statement in the House on the ongoing unrest in the state. Pointing out that Kashmir was different from other Indian states, Azad said Kashmir government is dependent on the centre and central forces to maintain out law and order.
उस पे जख्मों पे निमक छिड़कने की बात कल हुई जब हम चौथी दफा इस हाउस में मांग कर रहे हैं कि वजीर आजम को, प्रधानमंत्री को यहां आना चाहिए। कल वो कहते हैं कि हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर ने बताया कि कुछ बोलना चाहिए। तो उसका मतलब हुआ कि हम जो ये सब अपोजिशन के लोग सदन में बोल रहे थे, इस सदन की कोई कीमत नहीं है।
Shamsher Singh Manhans of the BJP asserted that it was a battle between nationalism and separatism in the Kashmir Valley. He also urged the House not to overlook the problems of Jammu while discussing Kashmir.
7 लाख से ऊपर नौजवान जम्मू रीजन का होगा, जो अनएम्प्लॉयड होगा, ग्रेजुएशन, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन, स्पेशलाइजेशन, प्रोफेशनल डिग्रीज लेकर बैठा होगा। क्या वो गन नहीं उठा सकते थे? क्या वो आजादी का नारा नहीं दे सकते थे?
Ram Gopal Yadav of the Samajwadi Party wanted a stern message to be sent to Pakistan for spewing venom against India in Kashmir.
पाकिस्तान के द्वारा ISI और वहाँ के जो टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं वो कश्मीर के लोगों को, नौजवानों को ख़ास तौर से गुमराह करने की कोशिश करते हैं, बरगलाते हैं। तो असली मामला ये है कि जब तक पाकिस्तान पर नियंत्रण नहीं किया जाएगा तब तक कश्मीर में ये शांति नहीं बहाल हो सकती।
Expressing concern on the Kashmir unrest, Derek O'Brien of the TMC said slain Hizbul Mujahideen militant Burhan Wani was more dangerous dead than alive. The TMC leader also asked neighbouring country, Pakistan, not to meddle in India's internal affairs.
I must tell our friends in Pakistan, straight talk. Please do not meddle in our internal affairs. Please do not shed crocodile tears. Please do not pretend you have any love for the people of Kashmir. Please do not give my country any bogus lectures on pluralism and democracy.
Asserting that the use of force will be futile, JDU's Sharad Yadav said the government must strive hard to win hearts of Kashmiris, adding that the use of pellet guns must be stopped immediately. AIADMK's A. Navneeta Krishnan also demanded the resolution of Kashmir crisis.
कई जगह दूर गए लोग, लेकिन देश ने उनको वापस लाने का काम किया है। हमको भी यही प्रयास करना पड़ेगा, इसके सिवा कोई रास्ता नहीं है। कोई रास्ता नहीं है, गोली से कोई समाधान नहीं होगा।
Among the people there is no difference. Some mistake is lying elsewhere. So my humble submission would be to this August House that where is the problem? We must find it out and remove the problem. That is the only solution.
Kashmir has been rocked by violent protests after Hizbul Burhan Wani was killed in an encounter on July 8th. Authorities continued curfew and restrictions in Kashmir Valley on Wednesday for the 33rd day in a row as separatists didn't relent on shutdown and protests. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, in related news, the National Investigation Agency has revealed that Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Toiba is behind the unrest in Kashmir. The agency said that the arrested Pakistani terror suspect Bahadur Ali was regularly guided by the control room of terror groups with the help of Pakistani forces. The agency also released a confession video. The NIA's comments came a day after India issued a démarche to Pakistan over its continued support to cross-border terrorism in the country.
In a major breakthrough, the National Investigation Agency revealed Pakistan's role in instigating terrorism in India. On Wednesday, it released a confessional video of LAT terrorist and Pakistani national Bahadur Ali, who admitted that he was guided by terrorist groups in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir with the help of Pakistani forces.
Taking this point, Bahadur Ali further disclosed that he is part of a big group of terrorists who have been infiltrated into India by Lashkar-e-Toiba to carry out terror attacks in India. He stated that a group of 4 terrorists are also moving in the area to execute an attack in a village called Munibal.
Addressing the media, the NIA said the arms and ammunition training given to Ali conclusively proved the involvement of military experts.
Bahadur Ali was member of one of such groups who was directed to take advantage of the current situation in Kashmir and throw grenades by mixing into the crowd. Another very important point, arms, ammunition and equipments which you can see recovered from terrorists established involvement of military experts. When I say established, that means we have concrete evidence.
The investigating agency also informed that Ali crossed into the Indian site either on 11th or 12th of June along with 2 LAT cadres.
During communications with Bahadur Ali, when Bahadur Ali was talking to Alpha 3, he was there in India for almost like before being captured. He was here for almost a month. So he used to talk to him continuously. So during his conversations, Alpha 3, the person who used to man Alpha 3, had told him that Lashkar-e-Toiba cadres had been successful in fueling large-scale disturbance in Kashmir after Eid, subsequent to the death of Burhan Wani in Kashmir.
Pakistan, however, rejected India's charge of abetting infiltration in Kashmir. On Tuesday, India summoned and handed over a strong démarche to Pakistani envoy Abdul Basit over its continued support to cross-border terrorism. Terrorist Bahadur Ali was arrested during an encounter in Kupwara by security forces on July 26 in North Kashmir. A special NIA court remanded Ali into National Investigation Agency's custody for 12 days. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
On to some other news now. In Rajya Sabha Chairman Mohammad Hamid Ansari has taken offence to extended delay in the tabling of standing committee reports. Now, reacting to the tabling of a report after a lapse of 14 years, the chairman asked the government to take corrective action to ensure that reports are placed before Parliament in a timely manner. The directive was issued after Congress member Madhusudan Mistry pointed out that there was a delay of 14 years in allaying the report of the Commissioner for Scheduled Tribes. Mistry said that he was not pointing at the minister for the lapse, but about the system that is in place.
2002-2004 report has been presented today in the House. This House has a right to know how the Commission of Scheduled Tribe is functioning.
I think it is a very desirable practice for reports of commissions to be laid in a timely manner. This is not the first instance this matter has been brought to the notice of the House. I think it is in the interest of everyone for the government to take corrective action in this matter.
Well, time to take a very short break. Up next, more news coming up, including from all the Rio Olympics.
Approximately maybe 40% of the under 5 children are undernourished. The type of food that you take, and second thing is your physical activity also. That is something which has become a casualty in this modern day life. It is a question of moderation that needs to be adopted by the people to have a healthy lifestyle.
Watch Eureka with Dr. P. Uday Kumar, Senior Deputy Director, National Institute of Nutrition, only on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. Let's bring you the weather update. Well, the Met Department has issued a warning of heavy rains in several parts of Rajasthan on a day when Jodhpur became the worst hit by floods in North India. 7 people have died in rain-related incidents in the state. Heavy rains also lashed several parts of Himachal Pradesh yesterday, triggering landslides and disrupting traffic in the interior areas of Chamba, Sirmaur, Kangra and Bilaspur districts. Around 24 people have lost their lives in the state during the current monsoon season so far, and damages to the property and crops is estimated to be over 310 crore rupees. Meanwhile, a heavy downpour in capital Delhi also hampered traffic, with waterlogging and potholes causing long tailback on several roads.
Going from dry state to widespread floods, Rajasthan is witnessing heavy to very heavy rainfall in the past 24 hours, leaving many areas uninhabitable. Bhilwara, Chittorgarh and surrounding districts are the worst hit. On Wednesday, Rajasthan Home Minister Gulab Chand Kataria and other ministers visited the affected areas to take stock of the situation. Teams of Army, Indian Air Force, NDRF and SDRF are carrying out rescue operations as road and railway services remained badly flooded. Elsewhere, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, parts of Jammu and Assam continue to face a severe flood-like situation. Continuous rains pushed the Ganga above danger mark, posing a flood threat to low-lying areas of Varanasi.
इस समय गंगा जी एकदम बाढ़ आई हुई है और एकदम पूरा घाटों पे देखेंगे पूरा सैलाब आया हुआ है और पूरे घाट जो है जलमग्न है, आपके देख ही रहे हैं चारों तरफ, और सब मंदिर पानी से डूबे हुए हैं, लबालब हैं और यात्री आ रहे हैं, जा रहे हैं, उनको आने जाने में बहुत दिक्कत भी हो रही है।
पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट के रास्ते बंद हैं, बहुत परेशानी है ज़्यादा हुई लोगों को। जो मालदार लोग हैं वो भी बहुत बड़े परेशान हैं, नाले चल रहे हैं, घर से बाहर निकलने की एक बड़ी परेशानी है।
However, in Bihar, the situation improved with flood waters receding in most of the rivers. According to Met Department, this year's monsoon has been above average, with heavy rains leaving a trail of destruction in several parts of North India. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Let's get you some international news. And forces loyal to Libya's recognized government claimed another victory over Islamic State on Wednesday, saying that they have seized control of the headquarters of the terrorist group in Sirte. Now, the Islamic State had turned Ouagadougou Conference Center into their local headquarters, but the government forces claim to have captured this conference center after fierce fighting. At least 3 Libyan soldiers were killed, while the Islamic State was also said to have lost at least 20 of its men. However, Islamic State still holds a position in 3 residential areas of Sirte and a villa complex near the seafront. Sirte on the Mediterranean coast is Islamic State's most significant stronghold in Libya. The city has been under the militant group control since February 2015. In recent week, Libyan forces, with the help of US airstrikes, have launched an offensive designed to break Islamic State grip on the state. Now, the US has estimated that Islamic State has fewer than 1,000 fighters left in Sirte. News from the Middle East, and the doctors in the rebel-held east of the Syrian city of Aleppo have urged US President Barack Obama to come to the aid of 250,000 civilians there. Now, a letter signed by 29 physicians warn that if attacks on medical facilities continue at their present rate, there could not be anyone left within a month. Now, it calls on US President Obama to impose a no-fly zone over Aleppo to stop airstrikes. Meanwhile, Russia announced a halt of all the military action, air and artillery strike for 3 hours each day from Thursday to let aid into Aleppo. However, the United Nations says that 3 hours would be insufficient to help the millions in need and also appeal for 48-hour pauses. Fighting, remember, has escalated in recent days after rebels recently broke a government-imposed siege of the ravaged city. Russian and government planes are targeting rebel positions in city's south.
Наиболее тревожная обстановка сложилась на юго-западных подступах к Алеппо, где в течение последней недели террористы создали группировку численностью около 7 тысяч боевиков, имеющих на вооружении танки, боевые машины пехоты, артиллерию и автомобили с установленным на них вооружением.
Any proposals are being made to enable access for humanitarian supplies to reach people in need, we will have those discussions at whatever level and wherever they exist. However the access is made available, it is not appropriate, nor would you expect the United Nations and indeed humanitarian partners who are not part of the United Nations but part of the broad supply chain for humanitarian goods and for getting evacuees with medical needs out. We are absolutely neutral, independent and impartial.
Now on to some news from the Rio Games. Well, day 5 turned out to be a mixed day for India as the women archers were on target in the individual events, while boxer Manoj Kumar scripted a triumph of the underdog in a boxing ring as India bounced back from the disappointment of star shooter Jeetu Rai's barren Olympic campaign on the 5th day of the Games. The former Commonwealth Games gold medalist Manoj Kumar stunned ex-Olympic bronze medalist Evals Petrokas in a fiercely contested opening bout to enter the pre-quarterfinals of the Rio Games. Manoj prevailed 2-1 in the hard-fought battle and he will next face 5th seed Uzbek Gail Nazarov in the pre-quarters, which are scheduled on Sunday. Also, Indian archers Bombila Devi and Deepika Kumari advanced to the pre-quarterfinals of the women's individual recurve event. Competing in her 3rd Olympics, Bombila dished out a dominating show to get the better of Chinese Taipei's Lin Shijia 6-2 in the 1/16th elimination round. Deepika also put up an excellent show as she comprehensively defeated Italy's Sartori Guendalia 6-2 in the elimination event. Meanwhile, in hockey, Indian women's team were thrashed by Australia 1-6 in their 3rd round outing. India were already 0-2 down at the half-time, and in the second half, Australia upped the tempo to score 4 more. Now, Anuradha Devi scored a consolation goal for India in the final minutes. The women's team is now yet to win a match, having drawn 2-2 with Japan in the opening game and then losing 0-3 to Great Britain. Now, marksmen Jeetu Rai and Prakash Nanjappa crashed out of the 50 meters pistol men's event in the qualification round on Wednesday. Jeetu Rai finished 12th with a score of 544, while Nanjappa finished 25th with a total score of 547. And India's challenge in judo also ended as Avtar Singh lost in the men's 90-kilogram round of 32 against Popila Misenga of the refugee Olympic team. Avtar Singh was the lone Indian in the competition and the first to qualify for the Olympics since 2004. And let's take a look at some more events that made headlines at the Rio Games. Well, British duo Jacques Lawner and Chris Merce stunned China to claim Britain's first ever Olympic diving title with a men's synchronized 3-meter springboard. The pair scored a total of 454.32 to end China's hopes of a clean sweep of all the diving goals in the Games. Meanwhile, South Korea's Jim Jong-oh claimed his 3rd consecutive Olympic gold medal in the men's 50 meters pistol event on Wednesday. Vietnam's Sean Ven Huang won the silver, while Kim Song-guk of North Korea won the bronze in his first ever international final. Meanwhile, Kazakhstan and Nijak Rahimov lifted a clean and jerk world record to win Olympic men's 77-kilogram weightlifting gold. Rahimov's final lift of 214 kilograms gave him a total of 379 kilograms, breaking the 15-year-old clean and jerk record of 2010 kilogram. Now China's Liu Xian took the silver medal, while Egypt's Mohammad Mahmoud won the bronze. Let's take a look at the overall medals tally on day 5 of the Rio Games. Well, US tops the list with 31 medals. That includes 10 gold, 11 silver and 10 bronze. China takes the second spot with 23 medals, including 10 gold, 5 silver and 8 bronze, while Japan has jumped to the third spot with 6 gold medals. Now on to some cricket news. Well, West Indies made a strong comeback on day 2 of the third test match against India in Trinidad on Wednesday. Now, host West Indies responded strongly to India's first innings effort, reaching 107 for 1 at the close of day to trail by 246 runs. Now, Craig Braithwaite and Darren Bravo came up with a spirited batting effort to give their team a promising start. Earlier, India suffered a late batting collapse, allowing the West Indies to sneak back into the contest after R. Ashwin and Wriddhiman Saha struck fighting centuries on day 2. India lost their last 5 wickets for just 37 runs to be 353 all out in the second session. The visitors looked set for a much bigger total when Ashwin and Saha were at the crease, but the wicket-keeper batsman's dismissal not only ended a marathon 213-run partnership, but it also triggered a batting collapse. That's all in this edition of news, but news and updates continue on Rajya Sabha TV. Thanks for watching.